Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. 7 free agents the Golden State Warriors must avoid at all costs. The Warriors should steer clear of these veterans. The Golden State Warriors face a crucial offseason filled with uncertainty. After missing the playoffs in the competitive Western Conference and with Klay Thompson heading into free agency, the Dubs need to revamp their roster to stay competitive. Likely moves include trading Chris Paul and negotiating a viable deal with Klay. Golden State has significant spending concerns. Bringing Thompson back would likely push them over the NBA's new second luxury tax apron. Owner Joe Lacob has mentioned cutting the team's payroll, but doing so could hinder their competitive edge. The Warriors must choose a direction and build their lineup accordingly. If they want to keep winning with Stephen Curry at the helm, strategic moves are essential. The Warriors need more talent. They can explore previous options or look for bargains. Regardless of the approach, Golden State should avoid signing these soon-to-be-available free agents. 7. Patrick Beverly. Pat Bev will once again be an unrestricted free agent this summer after finishing the season with the Bucks. The 35-year-old has bounced around the league, playing for 6 different franchises in the last 4 years. It's not hard to see why. Beverly is known for his defense and energy, but his impact has waned with age. The Warriors have Stephen Curry and Brandon Podziemski. They don't need a smaller guard to replace Chris Paul if he leaves this summer. Beverly is in decline, and there's no need to add him to their veteran core. With Draymond Green already serving as the emotional leader, Beverly's presence is redundant. Patrick Beverly should be a hard pass for the Golden State Warriors this summer, but he's far from the only free agent they should avoid. 6. Bol Bol. Bol Bol has been touted for years as a potential star. Finding a 7 feet 3 inches big man capable of hitting deep threes, blocking shots, and handling the ball is rare. The flashes are impressive, but his overall game leaves teams wanting more. He has played for 3 franchises in the last 3 years, including spending the 2024 campaign with Phoenix. Despite the Suns' desperate need for depth, Bol averaged just 5.2 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 0.6 blocks in 10.9 minutes per game. He came off the bench for only 13 minutes in the playoffs and wasn't a significant factor throughout the season. His advanced metrics and per 36 numbers are eye-catching, but they struggle to justify his lack of basketball IQ and impact on winning. With Kevin Looney and Dario Saric anchoring the frontcourt, there's no playing time available for Bol Bol. The 24-year-old needs minutes to develop, which the Warriors can't provide. Bol will likely find a minimum contract with a franchise willing to bet on his potential. Golden State, having addressed their need for young big men with Tracy Jackson-Davis, doesn't have the minutes Bol needs for his development. 5. Cameron Payne. Payne is a veteran point guard with playoff experience, having helped the Suns reach the NBA Finals in 2021. However, his minutes and production have declined in each of the last 3 postseasons. The 29-year-old is a steady backup with significant concerns moving forward. He turns 30 in August and has always been a below-average defender. Teams target Payne in the playoffs, and his offensive contributions aren't enough to offset his defensive liabilities. This is why he's bounced around the league. Payne has played for 3 teams in the last 2 seasons, including being traded by the Bucks in 2024 for Patrick Beverly. He is an unrestricted free agent this summer and will likely be seeking a veteran minimum contract. Some team will sign him, but it shouldn't be Golden State. The Warriors are loaded at point guard and finished 15th in defensive rating in 2024. They can't afford to sacrifice their defense. If they sign Payne, they would likely look to trade him before the deadline. The fit isn't there, and his minutes would be limited playing behind Stephen Curry and Brandon Podziemski. 4. Buddy Hield. Hield is heading into free agency after falling out with the Pacers over contract terms, resulting in a trade to Philadelphia at the deadline. Things didn't go as planned with the 76ers, likely putting Hield on the move again this summer. He earned $19.8 million this season and wants more on his next deal, which won't be easy to find. Hield played only 25.7 minutes per game during the regular season and dropped to under 13 minutes in the playoffs. It was his first postseason in 8 NBA seasons, and Hield scored just 2 points in the first 5 games before exploding for 20 in Game 6. Teams always need shooting, and someone will sign Hield using their mid-level exception. However, if the Warriors stay above the second tax apron, they won't have that exception. Signing with a contender could reduce Hield to a minimum contract. Hield is a strong shooter and scorer but struggles on defense. With Klay Thompson aging and Andrew Wiggins regressing, Golden State needs defense. The last thing they need is a shoot-first player. They'd be better off giving more minutes to Moses Moody, even if Buddy Love accepts a minimum contract. 3. Kelly Oubre Jr. Oubre Jr. was one of the best minimum signings last summer, averaging 15.4 points, 5.0 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.1 steals in 30.2 minutes per game. The 6 feet 7 inches wing played a crucial role in helping the 76ers reach the playoffs and rarely left the floor in the opening series against the Knicks. Oubre Jr. will be looking for more than the minimum, but he couldn't find it last summer despite averaging over 20 points per game for the Hornets. At 28, he's in his prime, and Philadelphia wants him back, but their ability to re-sign him depends on their off-season moves. Daryl Morey is chasing a third star, which could limit the Sixers' spending. Warriors fans have seen this story before. Oubre Jr. averaged 15.4 points, 6.0 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.0 steals in 30.7 minutes per game during his one season with Golden State. The Warriors missed the playoffs despite finishing 6 games above .500. Oubre struggled to fit into the Warriors' motion offense and never found his groove. Why go back to that? Golden State needs talent, but they could give Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody the role Kelly Oubre Jr. would fill. Developing their young talent is more beneficial than re-signing a player who didn't fit just 4 years ago. 2. Russell Westbrook. Westbrook could stay with the Clippers this offseason, depending on their roster situation. He has a $3.9 million player option with a June 29 deadline. The acquisition of James Harden pushed Westbrook to the bench, but Harden is a free agent this summer. If the Clippers re-sign Harden and Paul George, Westbrook might have to move on. Westbrook's resume speaks for itself: 9-time All-Star, former MVP, and future Hall of Famer. He made the NBA's 75th anniversary team and is one of the best to ever play. But he doesn't fit in the Bay Area. He needs the ball in his hands to be effective and can't consistently hit jumpers. The 35-year-old commits a high volume of turnovers and is a below-average defender. Westbrook needs the right supporting cast to thrive, and Golden State doesn't provide that. Russell Westbrook has a decision to make: stay in Los Angeles or test free agency. The Golden State Warriors should avoid him, but the future Hall of Famer could be impactful in the right situation. Expect him to explore his options and find a strong fit. 1. Gordon Hayward. There were rumors about the Warriors' interest in Hayward before the trade deadline. The Hornets were eager to offload his expiring contract, and Golden State needed a shake-up. Ultimately, the Thunder acquired him for 3 players and 2 second-round picks. Despite appearing to be a bargain, Hayward's production dropped. The 34-year-old averaged just 5.3 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.6 assists in 17.2 minutes per game. Things got worse in the playoffs. The Thunder secured the top seed in the Western Conference, but Hayward played more than 10 minutes in only one playoff game. He didn't leave the bench in the last 3 games against Dallas as the Thunder lost in 6. What does Hayward have left in the tank? He hasn't played more than 52 games in a season since 2019 and hesitated to shoot towards the end of his tenure with the Thunder. The former All-Star hasn't been the same since his devastating injury in Boston, and it's fair to question what he can offer a contender. The Golden State Warriors should avoid Gordon Hayward this summer. The last thing they need is a veteran wing demanding playing time but struggling on the court. Focus on developing young talent and turning them into key pieces. The Dubs need upgrades and should look to add some minimum deals in free agency. They should seek out the next Derrick Jones Jr. or Luke Cornett, avoiding veterans who will clog up their roster.